Hey everyone, this is Deepika Awasthi, your VRC educator. Now, in today's session, we are going to talk about how you can prepare for specifically VRC section of your CAT as well as other management exams. We're going to discuss some VRC hacks. So, stay tuned till the end. You're going to learn something very interesting. Now, before we start, since all of you, if you're here, you must be wondering about how an academy is, what are things, how should we proceed. So, let me give you a brief idea on academy. And if you want more details, you can join my Telegram channel, which is Verbal Aptitude. Or you can come to my special classes through this. Right? You can attend there and talk to me directly as well. Now, what is Iconic CAT 2021? In Iconic CAT, you will get the preparation of CAT as well as the other management exams along with plus services or benefits. You also get a personal mentor who will be from top IIMs like IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, which is like topmost management colleges. So they will exactly help you with your entire journey till you reach your dream B school. Now, on the other side, you can see our Unacademy learners who have cracked CAT 2020 with flying colors. Of course, we have many more, but we had the space to accommodate few. And you could be next if you simply join us, attend the classes regularly, do homework as faculty suggest you, just follow the guidance. And I'm pretty sure, by the year end, of course, next year by this time, you must have already been into one of the good top management colleges. And these are latest batches 19th May, 22nd May, and 22nd May. Now, 19th May and 22nd May, we are starting basically a complete weekday as well as weekend batch for 2021. And on 22nd May, it is for 2022. So, if you're planning next year, I think that the Unlock Cat third batch, you can see that is the best for you. Also, it is starting from basics, so you don't have to worry about anything. I feel that batch will be the best for you. Or if anybody is planning this year in November, then the weekday or weekend depending on your free time. And if you're completely free, I would recommend you to join both the batches. If you're joining both the batches, you will be able to finish very early on and in next 2 months or so, and then you can start your mocks very early. To join any of these batches or all of the batches, for example, you can use my code below, DA Live. Can you see that? So you can use that code for a 10% discount on your Plus as well as Iconic subscriptions. Now also there's a bumper offer going on. If you're going for 6 month subscription, you will get approximately 1 month free. As in the this validity will be there till your CAT 2021. And apart from that, so you'll get 1 month, and apart from that, you'll get 10% additional discount if you use my code that is DA Live. Isn't it great? Every Sunday we conduct an Academy Combat, which is India's biggest weekly scholarship test. If you're going ahead with this, you just have to register for free. There are no charges for the scholarship test. And if you're among top 200 students, as you can see on right hand side, you will get some scholarship. It can be 25%, 50, 75%, everything based on merit. So go ahead, right? Just subscribe. Sorry, not you don't have to subscribe. Just have to register. Register for this Unacademy Combat using my code DA Live. We also have a Ask a Doubt feature for our students wherein you can just upload your questions and you will get a screenshot of your questions and you will get the answer within 5 to 10 minutes. Now let's start with some RC masterclass as well as VRC shortcuts, how you can prepare in the coming few months and few details. Now we'll start with reading comprehension as compared to other topics first, because this is going to be the major part of your verbal section, isn't it? So problem with RC is, first of all they are not like what we did in school. They are plain boring, and even if you understand, like if you try to take some interest, they're in some very technical language. You don't understand half of the vocabulary. So what exactly should you do? Okay. So if you can relate to any of the issues mentioned here, what I'll tell you is, first of all, start reading something which you like. Can be any novel, magazine, articles, etc. Right? So what should you read? Read anything and everything you like. At least start reading one page of a book. If you think book is too much to even start, like I don't know if I'll be able to finish or not, start with articles, reading newspapers, because that will also help you with your GDPR. But start reading, take out, devote half an hour separately if you're really serious for your CAT and you want a very good marks or percentile for your specifically VRC section. Trust me, journey is going to be extremely easy if you start liking reading. Right. Now the next doubt a lot of time comes to students' mind is, what if I like what did I just read? Oh, I forgot the first para by the time I get to the next one. So even though you're trying to understand everything, but there's so much details that you just forget what was I just read or what was there in the previous paragraph. So first of all, when you're reading, it can be sometimes boring, I definitely agree, but when you're reading, lie to yourself. Lie to yourself as in just fool your brain. Now fool, you can't fool your brain, but you have to motivate your brain. You have to boost confidence, like during interviews or during recipe. No, I've understood this now, this. So according to your understanding, whatever, don't doubt yourself. If you're doubting yourself, your brain will not kind of keep that information, retain that information for a very long time. So whatever you've read in the first paragraph, whatever you understood, keep that in your mind while reading second and third paragraph. You can make some notes in your scratch paper, right? You'll get a scratch paper in the exam, and try to understand the psychology of author is saying, is basically talking on this topic. What exactly is he want to convey? What is the central theme? What is the overall storyline? Right? What is his purpose of writing it? Does he want to convey a particular message? He want to give information, or based on this topic he wants to give his personal opinion? What exactly he's trying to showcase by writing this? What is his intention? So play it smart, go through all the questions, check if any one of them are fact based. You just have to read 2 to 3 lines to answer those questions. Solve those questions first, right? And then like skip the rest and then come to those questions which you think are going to take a lot of time or may be difficult. Now, one trick every person will tell you for your CAT exam is, be it your VRC faculty, quant faculty, DLR faculty, that of course you should try to attempt as many as you can. But initially, you should attempt those easy questions as well as those questions which you think are going to take very less time. So, for example, we don't know there will be 34 questions or 26 questions this time because last year it was shorter. But for example, there will be 34 questions this time in VRC section. Of course, you should at least should be able to attempt 30 questions, if not all. And out of that 30, you should be comfortable and confident 26 questions. Your preparedness level should be of that level. Yeah. So now what if even though you understood the passage, a lot of time doubt is there. I get confused between two options. Like I can eliminate everything and then I always like I take a guess and then mark the wrong one because you did not compare the options. You did not compare that one word difference, which was one was written in the passage, one was not. So you have to see if it is factually or thematically consistent with the passage or not. Right? Once you get your score, after you take a mock, a sectional, or a topic test, you must analyze it. Just taking the test, practicing 100 questions a day is not enough. Instead of 100, just solve 10 questions. That is more than enough. But have some patience to go back to those incorrect like questions and analyze it. Going back to your mistake, thinking about it is the toughest task. And if is very few people do, and only those few people get into top colleges. So you have to do something which others are not doing. That will make you different, and that will kind of take you ahead, ahead like in less time because we of course has 6 months approximately, right? Okay. Now, once you're done with like solving few RCs, you've gotten some idea. Now there's some like you've gotten, let's say, started getting 90% accuracy. Now you want to reach that 100% accuracy or at least a 99% accuracy. What I would recommend is make an error log, something on these lines. I've just showcased a table as an example. You can make slightly different if you want. So you can first of all write a question category because these kind of questions are there in every passage, like central idea, main idea, primary purpose, author's view as in inference questions, then fact-based or direct questions, and so on, application or reasoning-based questions. Then see if you have, let's say, solve 3 to 4 passages today or tomorrow, how many number of questions you have attempted, out of that how many are correct and how many are incorrect, what is your accuracy level. So you will know, okay, so by just looking at this table every week you will know in which particular question you're making more mistakes, and then you will just focus on those type of question. The approach strategy you'll discuss with your mentors as well as teacher, and they will help you further correcting it. If you're using my code DA Live for 10% discount, I'll be your mentor, personal mentor, with for all the strategies, for all the guidance, GDPI, etc. Like whoever's code you use normally, they become your personal mentor. Right? Okay. Now, in case you want to up your verbal ability game, now there are few more VA tips. Like we have just spoken about reading comprehension. Now we'll talk about some verbal ability like reading comprehension, para jumbles, summary, critical reasoning, and all those questions. So let us discuss other topics. So para jumbles. Now, few things. Although yes, again there are so many strategies I have written. Like you have to identify mandatory pairs. One of the most important methods to solve para jumble is to identify mandatory pairs. It can be noun plus pronoun, verb plus adverb, or chronology like past year, present year, general to specific. Of course, we learn everything in my special class as well as plus class. But what I would recommend is pairs are the most important or the right way to solve parajumbles, as well as odd one out, to be very honest. Odd one out is what? It's just one step extra, one step, like you have to take more to solve odd one out questions apart from parajumble. Both are in a way similar questions. And tomorrow we're starting with odd one out series, in which 4 to 5 sessions will be on that. So your parajumble as well as odd one out will be cleared. Okay. So kindly join that. At the same time, I feel you can't always depend on opening sentence in parajumble. Not always. A lot of times, very tricky question. In very tricky question, the first sentence in the pair or the sequence has a very odd starting, and that's why you don't believe the sequence. And that is why you don't have to never ever depend on the opening sentence. You can depend on closing sentence, but the most or the foolproof ways to find pairs, whatever situations, what is the chronology, right? That should be the right way of solving. So as I said, what is odd one out sounds like parajumbles with extra steps. So as I said, we are going to solve parajumble as well as odd one out in next few sessions in my special as well as plus class. You're welcome to join. You can use my code DA live as invite code for my free sessions, or if you're subscribing to my batch or course, again you can use the same thing, right? सो इसी इसमें क्या होगा, एक एक तीर से दो निशाने, राइट? वी विल बी सॉल्विंग बोथ. ऑड वन आउट का होगा तो पैराजम्बल ऑटोमेटिकली होगा, बिकॉज पैराजम्बल इज easier question as compared to odd one out. The first thing to do here is to go through options one by one, all the options, and check for any single point which might have different theme, subject matter, contradicts the other points, or even different chronology. Please make sure that you will never get like you never expect that, I'll be reading 5 sentences and out of that 4 will be similar and 1 will be very odd. CAT is not going to make it that easy for you, you know that. So they will all be interrelated. Some keyword will be common. So skeptically look at all 4 options, see where we can make a story, and one may have a similar topic but it doesn't go with the story, right? And kick that out from the curve. Right. Now, summary and central idea questions. So for summary questions, again, you will get 3 to 4 at least summary questions in the exam. Now, out of 4 options, these are the 4 kind of options which you need to eliminate. A lot of options will contradict the paragraph. They'll be opposite of what is written. A lot of will have some extra unrelated details. You have to eliminate that option as well. Some will pick up exactly same words but will not convey the same meaning, right? They'll be too narrow or which just repeat 1 or 2 lines but not exactly overall giving you the summary. So eliminate that. Also select the option that is closest to what you have read or understood, which covers everything from first line to last line in simple or short words. That should be a perfect answer for summary question. Now the VA section might include, apart from these 3 questions, might include some grammar rules, vocabulary, parts of speech, and etc. You need to expect the unexpected and practice variety. You can't just say, okay, I'll just solve reading comprehension, just solve this. No, you have to solve all these variety of questions. What I would recommend you can just download. It's freely available on Google, as well as we are also, if you join my Telegram group, that is Verbal Aptitude, वहाँ पे भी आपको freely काफ़ी material मिल जाएगा for all the topics. So like what you can do is just solve everything and maybe download some past year question papers of the exam you're targeting. CAT is something everybody is targeting. Apart from CAT, which other exam you need to know? Either it can be NMAT, ZAT, IFT, CET, CMAT, TIS, right? Just see what are the kind of questions, download some sample question papers to get a better idea, and then solve more and more questions on those lines, right? Also, don't underestimate the usefulness of mocks. No matter how hardworking you are, no matter how great an accuracy you're getting right now or smart you are, if you're not taking mocks, if you're not practicing enough mocks, trust me, it is going to affect your score, final score on the exam day. And even though right now you're average, but if you take enough mocks, it is going to expedite or increase your score like anything exponential, and you'll feel a great improvement just by mocks. Mocks are a must. Everybody should take 10 to 15 mocks minimum in last month of the exam, and you actually ideally one should start taking now, maybe once a month or once a week, twice a week, depending on your preparedness level. So thank you everyone. I'll meet you soon in next YouTube session or in my special or plus classes. Please stay tuned for next few sessions. Also, don't forget to use my code DA live